I want my MTV.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Welcome, Oceansiders, to the Bandshell. Now, the Bandshell was important back in 1986 to 1993, where MTV hosted Spring Break this very spot. Not only were there major bands playing on that stage, they also had all around the area here, had stages set up for many, many bands that played here. Now, during this time, and its peak season right around 88, 89, and 90, around that time, there was at least 500,000, 500,000 people in this area around that time, guys. Super amazing time. Can you imagine being here in Daytona Beach with 500,000 spring breakers, all drunken, acting goofy, and hanging off balconies and everything? Speaking of balconies, there were four incidents that happened. 3 people fell off balconies that injured themselves, breaking certain bones and things like that. Then there was, for the fourth one, there was one fatality where a person fell off the balcony and passed away. Very sad, guys. But during that time, between 86 and 93, by 94, they ended up moving it to another area and outside of the Daytona Beach area because there were so many things that were going on. Not only were there instances that they, had some people falling off balconies, but they also had some of the hotels here being destroyed. 3 hotels they had to shut down due to people, throwing up feces, smearing feces on the walls. Also breaking out windows and destroying the hotels. So we're going to go visit one of those hotels, and I'll give you a story about that hotel and a club that was there at that hotel as well, coming later in the video. Now, if you notice in the distance where that clock tower is, if you see it way off over in the distance, from that clock tower all the way back over this way towards the Bandshell, a lot of spring breakers were hanging out where all the stages and events were going on in this area. Now, let me pan back over here, and if you check this out, this is now called the Hilton. Formerly, when it was first built, it was called the Marriott around that time when this MTV and all the spring breakers were here during that time, between 86 and 93. This Ocean Walk Shops and the Ocean Walk Hotel, which is owned by Woodman Hotels, this was not here and was built in 2001. During that time, there were actually homes or condos right where these things or these buildings actually are, where the Ocean Walk Shop and the Ocean Walk by Woodman Hotel right there are condos. And then if we go forward here a little bit, this stage right here is where a lot of bands played. Now, Jefferson, Starship, and Mr. and Crowded House definitely played on this stage, but also other of the stages that were around here, they also had bands playing here. Like in the 90s, we had Red Hot Chili Peppers, Digital Underground, Primus, Warren G, Eminem, Exhibit, Dr. Dre, Kid Rock, Aaliyah, and many, 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 many more acts that played here. Now, I am wearing an appropriate t-shirt. I can show it to you in a moment. I can't flip the camera around. But the Red Hot Chili Peppers played here and supposedly got arrested because they were harassing a girl in the audience. They pretty much grabbed her and was just like, having fun with her, and apparently it turned into some case to where they ended up getting arrested. So don't know the full story on that, but I just read that they did get arrested when they did play here. And if you notice, there's my t-shirt, Red Hot Chili Peppers, guys. All right, we're gonna go check out the plaza. That's our next stop. Oh, and if you're wondering why there's all these chairs here, well, right up here on the stage, they have the Star Spangled Summer Daytona Beach Bandshell Festival going on, and they shoot off fireworks. Basically, they have cover bands that play up here on this very stage. So on Saturday nights, being tonight, they'll shoot them off at 9:45 at night, and the show starts around 7:15. So that's why they have all these chairs out here today. For our next stop, brings us to Seabreeze and A1A. Now, if you notice down this way, where the clubs were, that a lot of partygoers did go to. But the main hotel where all the parties did happen, we're here at the Plaza Resort and Spa. So we're gonna go down here and check this out. So where we're walking right now is actually a drive-through where you could drive your car right inside this area right here. But we're gonna just walk along the sidewalk here. If you notice there at the top, there's a little bit of storm damage that happened back when Hurricane Ian and Nicole visited us. Glad that they are not here any longer. So down this long corridor, we're gonna go down here and check out the beach. Now down here on the beach is where a lot of people partied on the beach. Tons and tons and tons of people, vendors, all kinds of things went down. All kinds of mischief and lots of drinking. Right now there's a lot of people trying to get onto the beach, to drive onto the beach. And you pay here at this booth right there. So we're going to take a little walk down here by the beach. Now if you notice, look how big this is, guys. How many people, just imagine how many people are actually on this beach during 86 all the way up to 1993. Super crazy, amazing stuff happened during then, I'm sure of it. During that time, I was living in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and was a first-time viewer, about 1980, of MTV. But I do remember watching a lot of the MTV Spring Break coverage, wishing, as a high school student, that I could come down here and party on the beach during that time. Because it was around the time that, I graduated in 91, guys, so this was quite a while back, but I really wanted to do is come down here to Daytona Beach and check everything out. So, but here's the beach today. A lot of people out today. Pretty cool. But here is the Plaza Resort right here. As you can see, Plaza Resort and Spa. Now, we're gonna come up here. There's a stairwell right here. It's been a little bit storm damage, as you can see. But we're gonna climb up here and take a look. Now, if you notice, still a lot of storm damage from here. Way down there, there's a telephone pole that is, or a light post that has fallen onto the fence over there. But right over here, you can see a pool. In that pool is where all the partier goers were, right in that area, drinking heavily and belly flopping into the pool. And then also hanging out the balconies here, yelling, screaming, partying, lots of crazy music going on. Super cool day in rock history. All right. Another spot. There's another shot of the beach from up above on the staircase here. And you see a shot of the pier way down there. And then also, if you look, there's two little towers right there. That's the Bandshell where we came from. So we're about a mile, maybe a mile to a mile and a half away from the Bandshell, where we first were. And they also have like basketball courts and stuff here, so, and tennis nets. That, yeah, this thing needs to be cleaned up a little bit, I think, but maybe the pool is accessible if you want to stay here.
If you want to meet the best girls, this is the spot to be.
Dateline Daytona, the Strip. When the sun goes down and the lights go up, Atlantic Avenue comes alive. Freshly tanned and relaxed from the day at the beach, the students hit the Strip ready for action. They invade the nightclubs. 701 South, The Plantation, Rock Palace, Checkers, and Spectrum.
And welcome to our next stop, the Harbor Beach Resort, formerly known as the Texan Hotel, back during the time when MTV was here. Now this was very important during this time because if you notice right there where it says Harbor Beach Hotel on the lower level there, they're housed a club there called the 701 South Club. This was the most popular place to come. This was a line would be like outside the door for miles to get into this club. It was very, very super popular during that time. Now the Harbor Beach Resort, which used to be the Texan, they did have to shut it down because there was broken windows. This place was absolutely destroyed. So once it was, did have a lot of that damage, the Howard Johnson did come in, purchased this, and ended up running this resort for at least, for a couple of years. And then now it's at its former glory of the Harbor Beach Resort. So a little history there. But this was the most popular spot to come clubbing in this little small area that used to be the 701 South Club. Pretty cool. Wow. Now, we are exactly a good, I'm going to say a good 5 miles or so from the, from the Bandshell and from the Plaza Hotel where a lot of the action was, a lot of the setup, but this was a very popular spot during that time. So, ending this video and a look back at MTV Spring Break back in 1986 to 93. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Here we are at the ocean, right behind the infamous, used to be, Texan Hotel, where the 701 Club, 701 South Club used to exist. Well, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thumbs up this video. And let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, ending this at Daytona Beach. Thanks for looking at this video, guys, and I do appreciate you viewing my content. Have a good day.